Hello, here is my walkthrough of the Me channel theme. Alright, so we're going to start right off here in kind of second position. So one thing that you may want to try to do as you're playing through this is really keep a lot of these notes pretty short. There's a nice contrast between notes that are held out and notes that are played pretty staccato or pretty short in this. So for me, when I go through this first part, notice that top note right there, that's really, let that ring out. It gives you a lot of emphasis right there. You may also consider palm muting, or just playing the notes, really short. We go into the next part. And a couple cool things happening right here. This opening kind of combination of notes. Another thing to watch right here are all these really cool chromatic approach notes that they're using. G down to F sharp right here. Also, if you want a very interesting chord shape, these opening notes, they're played together, form like a really interesting chord. And then we're up to this really interesting chord right here. This could actually be kind of a couple things. It's sort of like the top part of a D9 chord. You could look at it that way. You could also look at this as maybe part of like an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Something's kind of something like that sound right there. It could also be part of like an A7 sharp 5 chord right here. So what's cool is I get a lot of mileage out of just these three notes right here. A really useful shape that you can use in some other kind of jazzy things. Leading in the next part. A little bit different than the first part there. Now we're ending on the note E, 2nd fret on the D string. Here we've got kind of like a B9 sort of arpeggio without the third in it. When you do that, you could also do a little bit of palm muting like I'm doing here. And picking wise for that, since it's not super fast, I find myself still alternate picking here. So just doing down, up, down, up. But you could also do a little bit of sweep picking here and just go down, 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 down. Alright, into this next part right here. Now, I actually tend to let these notes ring together. So there's a couple ways you could do this. I have this written off as a O-O-O-4, like that. If you wanted to try to keep those notes a little bit clearer, you could try fretting those instead. So you get maybe like the 4th fret on the G string. You might get a little bit of a cleaner result that way if you want to try to keep these notes from ringing out. Again, I just wrote it with the open notes because I figured that would probably be the easiest choice. You could also try using some of the fingers on your right hand. You could try hybrid picking that. Especially those last couple of notes right there, the open B, open G, and then the C sharp. There we have like a really nice kind of arpeggio. You kind of like a B minor 7 almost, but you have the second or the ninth in it right there with this little chromatic approach tone, right? Okay, let's keep scrolling down. We've got a little bit of a rest after that. You know, really make sure you count out those like 3 full beats of rest. What's really interesting here are all these chromatic approach notes again. So notice those A sharps that keep popping up in there. Very cool kind of jazzy move right here. I really like the sound of this section. Very nice. Let's see, let's scroll through a little more. Another chromatic approach tone. Just as in like an FYI for this last part right here, fingering wise, I tend to do 2, 1, 2, 4, and I just kind of roll my 4th finger there. You could do that a few different ways. Could switch over to your 3rd finger right here. And then here, when I go up to the 3rd fret, I just slide my 1st finger. And I might use like my 2nd finger there. Could use your 3rd finger too, but probably for me, I'd use my 2nd finger there. So that last part. There you go. And that's the whole thing. From there, you just keep it looping and, you know, just keep repeating it. All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.